Great Saturday, everyone. Good morning. I am Dr. Sheka Houston, and my trustmate and partner in education, Dr. Tammy Taylor, and I would like to welcome you to the R.E.A.L. Academy. Good morning, Tammy.
Good morning, Sheka. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
And as you all can see, those of you that tune in regularly, I am out of town. So we had to pre record today, but we definitely still wanted to bring you some greetings today. And we're actually taking a look back over 2022, and we'll give you some insights into 2023 and what that has to come. But again, this is the R.E.A.L. Academy. If this is your first time tuning in, the R.E.A.L. Academy is based on our framework that we developed in order to help our schools improve 2 and 3 report card grade levels in 1 year. The acronym R.E.A.L. stands for respect, excellence, accountability, literacy, and leadership. And this is being brought to you by our company that we provide professional development, training, and coaching through Create and Educate. So we are cultivators of resilience, with us being able to, with our dynamic staffs, bring our schools out of school improvement. We definitely like to be able to pay it forward. We know that during that entire process, support was needed. There were people that poured into us. So we started this platform with some great encouragement from people who were pouring into us. So that's what we like to do every Saturday morning at 10:30. Bring you information that we know is needed by leaders, teachers, parents, and really anyone who has the interest in children succeeding in education.
And just so that we are tracking and all of us are on the same page, we are still in school improvement. My school is still a CSI school, and we are hoping that in the coming weeks we're going to learn that we have made the progress necessary to exit school improvement altogether, but wanted to be sure because, as Sheikah said, this has been a journey that we actually are still on and trying to utilize the strategies and principles that you hear us talk about every week to make sure that we led our staff through that process that comes with being in school improvement.
And the status is there simply because the state has not um, reevaluated the list, but based
Correct.
on the report card ratings, we should not be on the list. So
Yes.
I will put that out there.
We will, we pray. So we have that whole disclosure loading. We'll see how that goes.
Definitely. And the entire debacle about how the bar continues to change. But anyway, we are best-selling authors. We, between the two of us, have about 40 years of experience between us in education, from being teachers to leadership, assistant principalship, and working at the district level. So training and coaching is something that we thoroughly enjoy. And we wanted to start off by looking at, there was a question last week when we were on Sherrod, Principal Sherrod Laws, wanted to know, we were talking about math and how to increase your achievement levels in math, because numeracy is a focus, for us as well when we're talking about school improvement. He wanted to know if college and career readiness was relevant. And our opinion is that it is relevant because, and I think he mentioned that some people could use it as a weapon to separate people or further exclude people. And just like with anything, I think if you want to use something for exclusionary measures. You can weaponize something, but if you're using college and career readiness as it was intended to be used, it is actually really relevant in our opinion, because when you're talking about the different fields that a child could go into, some of them require college, but some of them do not. So I think in education, sometimes what happens is, because that was our journey, sometimes people tend to lean more to that side of college, or that's what they push, or that's what they mention, or that's what they focus on, or that's what they find relevant to, as far as a career is concerned. But we need to make sure that we're also exposing students to careers that they could go into that may not require college, and to include entrepreneurship. So I think both of those things are very relevant. And when you're talking about making sure you're reaching everyone in your room, knowing what children's aspirations are and helping them to become self-aware to discover that is what we're here for, as educators, to inspire them, to expose them.
Yeah, and I just think that in addition to us making sure that we focus on the relevancy, because it is very relevant, we also have to look at college and career readiness being a tool to empower.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you happen to be from a scenario where only certain kids went to take K courses, then you might have a different perspective on what that is really intended for. Because I have seen kids who come through who have a skill set, a talent that God gave them, and
Mm-hmm.
they are able to cultivate that talent down there with the career that they could potentially go into, but those kids are not excluded from being able to go on to college if necessary. But what
Mm-hmm.
it does is what Sheka said, it gives that option for the student who doesn't need to go to college. I have a
Mm-hmm.
nephew who is doing an incredible job. Now, he did go on to school after high school, but he's a welder, and he began his welding in a career and tech center at
Mm-hmm.
in our county. So it can be an empowering experience for students when used properly.
Definitely. And when I was coaching a teacher not too long ago, he talked about the motivation level of students. So when I went in to talk with the students, that was one of the first activities that I did. I wanted to find out what exactly their aspirations were, what they wanted to be. And some of them wanted to be truck drivers. Some of them wanted to be a part of the FBI Academy, which they had, great motivations and aspirations. And I remember specifically a light bulb went off for him, for a young man who wanted to be a YouTuber. And he told me about his YouTube channel and how many followers he had, and that it's actually monetized. And so he said, wow, that's why he acts like that. He's a YouTuber. And I said, well, yeah. And I said, knowing your students, what their dreams and hopes are and their aspirations is essential for you, number one, to cultivate your lessons, because you know how to loop them in now. But it also provides you insights into some of their behaviors in the classroom and what you can push them towards, because he's always the one helping with technology in the class too. So, it was just a light bulb moment for the teacher. But for me, that's the first thing that I want to know about students, because I also want to be able to call them by name, when they have those aspirations, and I know what they are, to be able to continue to speak that into existence for them, because that's another way that you're letting them know that I see you, I believe in you.
Absolutely.
And I think that as teachers and educators and leaders, it's important for our students to know that.
And parents, just for you, like keep your eye out on your kids, like see what you see them being amazing in.
Mm-hmm.
For example, when you have these 5, 6, 7-year-old little girls braiding hair already and glamming up dolls or themselves,
Mm-hmm.
know that that probably is a strength because
Mm-hmm.
some of us cannot do that. So just make sure that you are watching as well because we support kids in endeavors. So like, if you're aspiring to go to college, yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to support that and try to do everything we can to get you ready for that. But if you have a different skill set and you choose to do something else, we want that option available to students as well.
Most definitely. And the last thing I'll add to that from the parent perspective, usually the things that I do, even from our vacations, I know that my daughter, one of my youngest wants to be an artist. The oldest would like to be a veterinarian. So even as far as vacations are concerned, I make sure that something from those veins are included on our vacations, something to expose them to new things of, this is a potential way that you can pursue this because exposure is so important. A lot of times children don't know what they want to do because they haven't been exposed to it yet. So that's important for all of us to be able to do. But as we look back, this is episode 74 for us over 2022 with our platform, the R.E.A.L. Academy, our platform, the collaborative, and even the power of collaboration, where we speak with authors. We are just very thankful for the space. We are thankful for you all that tune in regularly. And Tammy's going to start us off with proper
Yeah.
beginning thanks.
For sure. Because first and foremost, we have to give thanks to God who has kept us through this year and every year. We thank Him, of course, for giving us the space and the opportunity to pour into the lives of other people. He's extended His grace towards us, and we could not be more appreciative because He graces us every single day. We have to thank Him for our families because we have the unwavering support of family who are always encouraging us to be our best. I have to say thank you for the opportunity to work with such amazing people. I thank God for Sheka, and I'm blessed and humbled to be her trust mate, but I'm also extremely thankful that God has graced me to work with the people that I work with every single day. And she and I both are very thankful for the superintendent that we work for. We work in a good environment that encourages us to do the things that we do. And we cannot end this thanks to God without saying how thankful we are that God has linked us to the people that He has linked us with, because we are connected to some very incredible people who have blessed us, and He's placed those people in our lives for a reason, and we don't take that lightly. We are humbled and blessed to know that we have such a strong support system.
Definitely. And I have to ditto everything Tammy has stated. And I'm definitely blessed to be her trust mate because we balance one another. I am Speedy Gonzalez, and I like to jump on opportunities and, do this and that. And Tammy is the person that says, wait a minute, let's think through this. Let's walk this down.
I'm a snail, is what she calls me.
Yeah, I do call her a snail affectionately. But I am that person that will just take something, run with it.
So
But
we are a great balance, and we're
we
very
are.
thankful for that.
We are. And we also are very thankful for Dr. Sharon Porter, who included us in our first opportunity to become authors in Women Who Lead. And it was from that opportunity that we became inspired to tell our story, and are grateful that someone found it worthy of telling. And it was through that entire process that we found out that there were several other people who, may have been in the same situations that we were. Principal Hurt is another person who has encouraged us tremendously on this journey and continues to be a great cheerleader for us along with our families. And Principal Kafele is someone who inspires us every week and cheers us on and encourages us as well. Without that support and encouragement, sometimes you might get lost on a journey like this, but to have that network to continue to push you to strive for higher heights each week, we're just humble and thankful to be a part of their network. And we definitely can't forget Josh. Without Josh, there would be no Fantastic Four. That was his whole creation that he came up with, and we're thankful for him. And he sent me a message yesterday. He was apparently at the Gamecocks game yesterday and had good seats. Looked like from the pictures he sent.
Notice he didn't send it to me.
Because you're for Clemson, even though you graduated from USC. But we won't go there today. So, we're just really, really thankful. And the groups that we share in, because we share in multiple groups, we aspire to be like Principal Kafele one day, where we'll just sit back and he just says, come on in, and everybody just tunes in from all over the world. We're going to be like that one day, Principal Kafele. We're going to keep working. But for right now, we have to share in multiple groups to be able to get that message out. So, and we appreciate those of you who spread the word until we get to a Principal Kafele level. So definitely thank you all. And those of you that tune in regularly every week and are here and, just have become a part of our family, really, because, you'll tag us on different things. Like Miss Donna tagged me into something yesterday, and Miss Dot, if she sees I'm not on something, she tags me and, tags a lot of people. So I really feel like that we are a family network now, and we look for each other. So all of that is encouraging, and we're thankful for that.
Definitely.
And sometimes, as Principal Kafele states each week, there are people who are tuning in who don't comment. And we got a great message last week. Someone said, another absolutely wonderful episode. I watch the replay every week, but she's not one that normally comments. That was the first time I actually saw her comment. So, we're just thankful that what we are doing is helpful to people, because that's what we want to be. We talk a lot in education about recruiting people, more African American women, more African American men, to make sure that our population of students are not being forgotten about or not being served properly. But recruitment is not where it stops. We also have to provide that support, and we also have to make sure that the support is sufficient to sustain and keep people. And sometimes the support that's needed is unique. So I think platforms like these, I remember when Tammy and I were in the situation that we were in, and I reached out to Principal Hurt. That was a blessing to be able to have someone to be able to reach out to, and then his response was even more of a blessing. So that's what we want to continue to be able to pay it forward. And we've had people to contact us the same way, and we have provided that same type of support that he was able to provide us, and that encouragement.
And it's just that learning and growing is a part of who we are, and we're very thankful to be able to learn and grow through this experience, and not just from Principal Hurd and Principal Kafele and who are on completely different planes, but we're learning and growing from the conversations and the interactions that we have with you, because it motivates us, as Sheka said, to continue to sharpen our iron so that we're able to pay forward in the same manner that we've learned from these other ladies and gentlemen who have poured into our lives. And Sheka, I'm thinking you might have mentioned Dr. Chester, but I don't know. I don't remember if you
I
said.
didn't. It's on here, and I forgot. But yes, definitely Dr. Chester, because she has created the space with Black Educators Rock for us to be able to share to a much larger network of a lot of people that we, would like to be able to hear that message. So we are definitely thankful for her. I think I had it down when I was going to mention the BER conference in July. But yes, we are truly thankful for Dr. Chester and her vision and what she does.
Yes, and thank you so much to everybody who joined us in 2022 for the collaborative. We've had some really incredible people and some awesome events that happened around the things that we are exposed to or are able to expose you all to. And I have to just give a shout out while we're wrapping up. To Dr. Clenora Hudson Weems, who has really been inspirational and is really the progenitor for some of the work that we are now doing to get the message out that there is something to being Black women who are willing to work together and form that sisterhood that's needed to make sure that we're lifting one another as we climb. And Dr. Sharon Porter is, and we've said that before, but she is the perfect example of a Black woman who does that.
She is. And as we're mentioning her, also Latrice from Be Well, because her platform is one that, frequently, and is a large platform that shares our information and content as well, and we reciprocate. So just truly thankful for the network, for the opportunity. Even like with Sherrod's question last week, being able to provide our insights from based on our experiences is just something that feeds into our passion. We're passionate about this work. We plan to continue it. We want to continue to inspire you to continue to do things at great levels and greater levels in 2023, because we are all on a journey to make sure the lives of children are what they need to be. And the work that we do is definitely important. And, we want to continue to inspire and be inspired. So some of the things that we are looking forward to for 2023, we will be presenting at the SCAPSB conference in South Carolina. That's in Charleston. That's in January, actually. We'll be presenting at the Black Educators Rock Conference in July. And there's actually two others that we'll be able to mention later. But
Black Educators Rock is in Jacksonville.
Yes, Jacksonville. So we are looking forward to those conferences, and we hope to see some of you there, and keep tuning in with us. Again, we are so thankful, and as Tammy stated, so humble for everyone, educators, leaders, teachers, parents, everyone that tunes in, and community members, because everyone that tunes in is not an educator, but impact for children is important to them. So we are blessed by that people want to see our children succeed, because we definitely want to see them succeed. So thank you all. This is our time. We appreciate you. I will probably be checking out when this comes on, but we'll be in the comments, interacting with you. So thank you so much. Please join us on Principal Kafele's page, and then on Sunday for Unlock the Middle.
Oh, and listen, don't let me seem ungrateful. I am so thankful to God that He graduated me this December.
That's right.
Without Him, this would not have been. So we just want to be clear that that is another thing that we are very thankful for.
Very. And Dr. Hudson Williams going to get on you again because you don't have your credentials up there.
I will fix that.
Exactly. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you.